Testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Saturday, June 25th, 2022. Getting set for another round of baby races. 13 races in total here this morning, all for 2-year-old colts and geldings. Horses are lining up for our first qualifier. Trotters here in the opener. Number 1, Watch a Pro, Cadabra Colt, trained by John Bax. Matt Bax is driving. 2 is Buckhead Ridge, Nuncio Colt, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives. $13,000 Harrisburg purchase. 3, Looks Like a Dream, is a Looks Like a Chippendale Colt, trained by Kyle Bossens. Colin Kelly drives. $16,000 yearling purchase out of the Ontario Select Sale. 4, Light Chaos, is a Looks Like a Chippendale Colt. Bruce Richardson trains and drives. $9,000 Harrisburg buy. 5 is Timonier, a gelded son. It Looks Like a Chippendale, trained by Ben Bayerjean with Sylvain Filion. 6, Stonebridge Jasper, a Muscle Mass Colt, trained by Luke Blay. Bob McClure drives. $98,000 London buy. 7 is First Digit, Prestidigitator gelding, trained by Luke Blay with Sam Filion. And number 8 is Hasty Bid, gelded son of My MVP, trained by Paige Austin and driven by James McDonald. Hasty Bid was a $35,000 Harrisburg purchase. Starting gate nearing the top of the stretch. Field of 8 to kick things off on a warm Saturday morning here in Campbellville. Qualifier number 1 picking up speed, and here they come. They're off fan trotting, a break at the beginning for number 7, First Digit. Coming away well from the center, that is Stonebridge Jasper. Far outside, Hasty Bid flashed some early speed. Down to the inside, we have Looks Like a Dream, Buckhead Ridge, and Watch a Pro. In behind horses, that is Timonier. Then we go to Light Chaos, and the early breaker, First Digit, has reset and has a little bit of work to do. It is Looks Like a Dream up front here. Looks Like a Dream, and Colin Kelly will lead them to the opening quarter. Racing second is Buckhead Ridge, and settling in third, that is Stonebridge Jasper. Caught on the outside in the early going is Hasty Bid. 31-4 for the opening split. Into the backstretch they move. And up front, Looks Like a Dream. It Looks Like a Chippendale Colt leads it by a few lengths. Second is Buckhead Ridge. Racing in third, that is Stonebridge Jasper. Then settling in fourth was Hasty Bid. Coming to the outside is Watch a Pro. That one will be tracked by Timonier. Then we go to Light Chaos, and trying to catch up about 10 lengths off the pack, that is First Digit. Nearing the halfway point, and we've got 4 in and 3 out here of the main group as they come to the half in 1:04. So not a whole lot of speed here as they're past the half in 1:04. In control is Looks Like a Dream. Gets a couple of lengths on the rail rival, that being Buckhead Ridge. First up grinding away has been Watch a Pro. On that one's back is Timonier on the outside fourth. Down to the rail fifth is Stonebridge Jasper. Stacked up third over, that is Light Chaos. Back to the cones to Hasty Bid, and the trailer's First Digit. It continues to be Looks Like a Dream up front here for Kelly, leading it by a little more than a length and a half. The first up, Watch a Pro, will look to find more. 133-3, so they went 29-3 in the third quarter. Into the stretch, Looks Like a Dream is trying to close it out. Watch a Pro remains on the outside and hasn't gone away. Rail opens up for Buckhead Ridge, looking to tip off cover. That was Timonier. Widest of them all is Light Chaos. 16th to go. Looks Like a Dream being confronted up the rail now by Buckhead Ridge. Buckhead Ridge coming up the cones takes the advantage as they come into deep stretch, and Buckhead Ridge will take it. Looks Like a Dream finished in second, then third went to Watch a Pro. Hasty Bid got fourth, 2:02-2. Up next is our second qualifier. 2-year-old Payson Colts and Gelding. Scratch number 8, Edge of the World, brings us down to a field of 8. As they'll take their positions, let's meet the field. Number 1 is Better Option, a gelded son of Better's Delight. Trained by Bob McIntosh. Trevor Henry is at the controls. 2 is Little Ball of Hate, a gelded son of Better Than Cheddar, trained by Ken Middleton. Randy Waples drives. 3 is Tip Top Cat and Always Be Mickey Colt, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives. Tip Top Cat was a $50,000 Harrisburg buy. 4, Better Be Serious, Better's Delight Colt, trained by Friday Dean. Jody Jameson driving. This was a $61,000 London Select purchase. Number 5, Nighttime Dancer, is a Sunshine Beach Colt, trained by Rod Boyd. The driver is Jonathan Drury. 6 is Shadow's Terror. Dr. Ian Moore trains this Shadow Play Colt. Tyler Moore drives. A $80,000 Harrisburg buy. 7, Just Bet It All, is a betting line colt trained by Casey Coleman. James McDonald drives. $30,000 yearling purchase from Harrisburg. Number 8 is Scratched. And number 9 is Reign Supreme, a Control the Moment colt trained by John Pentland. In the sulky is Bob McClure. And that is your field. So we're scratched down to a field of 8 by taking out number 8, Edge of the World. First look at the Pacers here on this Saturday morning. If you're just joining us, watching through our live stream at woodbinemohawkpark.com or on our YouTube channel, good morning. Thanks for joining us. As you can see, it is a hot summer Saturday here in Campbellville. Temperature already up to 27 degrees Celsius. The track is fast, and the wind not much of a factor. Slight breeze coming in from the west. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Pacers are picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and pacing, and charging out of there at the start is Tip Top Cat, along with Nighttime Dancer and Shadow's Tear. Also coming away well was Just Bet It All. That one should land in mid-pack. The rail starter, Better Option, got away in 5th. On that one's tail is Better Be Serious. On the outside, it is Reign Supreme, who got away 7th, and 8th in the early going is Little Ball of Hate. They go into the first turn, and Shadow's Tear goes out to the early lead. It's Shadow's Tear who will lead it by about a length and a half in front of Tip Top Cat as they come to the opening quarter, and it's going to be registered in 31-1. So as they move into the backstretch, Shadow's Tear, the Shadow Play Colt, leads it by a couple of lengths. Tip Top Cat is racing second. Third is Nighttime Dancer. Fourth into the backstretch is Just Bet It All. Then it's 3 lengths going back to Better Option in 5th. Another 2.5 lengths back to Better Be Serious 6th. 7th up the backside then is Little Ball of Hate, and 8th is Reign Supreme. As they move up the backstretch, we get a lead change as Tip Top Cat is going to take over command here. McNair circles around with that one, and it is the Always Be Mickey Colt Tip Top Cat past the half in a minute even. So they really picked it up after a 31-1 opener. The second quarter was 28-4, probably about 28-3 or 28-2 for our new leader as Tip Top Cat takes them into the far turn. Racing now second is Shadow's Tear, just a little over 3 lengths from the front for Nighttime Dancer. Third. Fourth then is Just Bet It All. 5th around the bend is Better Option. Break of 7 lengths going back to Better Be Serious, followed by a Little Ball of Hate, and Reign Supreme is the trailer 8th. They're going to rock by 3 quarters here in 1:27-4. That was a 27-4 third quarter. Off the turn and into the stretch. Tip Top Cat powered up to the lead and tries to finish this one off strong. Back in second, Shadow's Tear. Here on the outside now is Nighttime Dancer. Getting steppy and going off stride went Shadow's Tear, but it is still Tip Top Cat coming to the edge of the tote board, and the Always Be Mickey Colt Tip Top Cat will win again and takes it by a little more than a length. Finishing second was Nighttime Dancer. Third then went to Just Bet It All. Shadow's Tear finishes 4th in 1:55-1. Qualifier number 3. Pacers about to take their positions. Field of 9 here. Number 1 on the regular, and always be Mickey Colt, trained by Kyle Bossens. Jody Jameson drives. $40,000 Harrisburg purchase. 2. Hunting the Last Dollar is a Huntsville Colt trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives. $60,000 Lexington Select Buy. 3. Cleveland Big J is a Big Jim Colt trained by Dr. Ian Moore. Tyler Moore steers. $51,000 London Select purchase. Next up, number 4, YS Cheddar Wheel, Better Than Cheddar Colt, trained by Jacques Dupont. Louis Waugh drives. 5 is Santana Hanover, a Big Jim Colt, trained by Paul Davies. Trevor Henry drives. A $30,000 Harrisburg purchase. 6 is a High Sunshine Beach Colt, trained by Sean Stacy. James McDonald steers. 7 is Chesapeake Sunrise, a Shadow Play Colt, trained by Rob Fellow. Sylvan Filion is in the sulky. $35,000 Lexington Select purchase. Next is 8, Daylon Ryson, a Sports Writer Colt trained by Danny Fontaine with Chris Christoforou. And 9 is Better on the Beach, a Better Than Cheddar Colt. John Pentland trains. Bob McClure does the driving. Qualifier number 3. Pacers are sent on their way, and charging out of there goes Chesapeake Sunrise. Good beginning in the center as well for Santana Hanover. Down towards the inside, Hunting the Last Dollar got out of there well from post 2. At the rail is on the regular. To that one's outside is a pair of rivals in the form of YS Cheddar Wheel. Outside starter Daylon Ryson. Getting away in 7th, that is Cleveland Big J. 8th into the first turn is a High Sunshine, and our early trailer is Better on the Beach. Around the first turn and getting to the front is Chesapeake Sunrise for Filion. 2-length advantage at the opening split in 30-2. Field of 9 will straighten out into the backstretch. And everybody has now gotten a seat along the cones. And up front, it's Chesapeake Sunrise. Second outing here for this Shadow Play Colt. Leads it by 2 lengths. Racing in second for the time being, Santana Hanover. For the time being, because out of third, here comes Hunting the Last Dollar now for McNair. And that one will make a rush towards the front. Racing back in fourth is YS Cheddar Wheel. Behind that one, fifth is On the Regular. 6 as they come to the half is Daylon Ryson. 2 lengths going back then to Cleveland Big J, followed by Ahi Sunshine. And our trailer is Better on the Beach. Trying to get to the front is Hunting the Last Dollar. The half was a minute and a fifth. Still on the outside, though, and now clearing to command is Hunting the Last Dollar. So the Huntsville Colt does get to the top spot and leads it by 2 lengths with 5/8 of the mile now in the books. Relegated to second is Chesapeake Sunrise. Third is Santana Hanover. Midway around the final turn. In fourth is YS Cheddar Wheel. 2 lengths back to On the Regular. Another few lengths back to Daylon Ryson, followed by Cleveland Big J, He Sunshine, and Better on the Beach. 3/4 was 128-3. Another good third quarter here into the stretch, though. Hunting the Last Dollar is going to have to try and fend off Santana Hanover as Santana Hanover powers up on the outside. So Hunting the Last Dollar tries to dig in, and these two will battle with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Hunting the Last Dollar and Santana Hanover. Hunting the Last Dollar fending off Santana Hanover, and Hunting the Last Dollar will take qualifier number 3. Finishing second, Santana Hanover. Then third went to Chesapeake Sunrise, followed fourth by On the Regular, and fifth was YS Cheddar Wheel, 156-2. Next up is qualifier number 4. Back on the trot here now, and we've got what will be a group of 8. One driver change, number 2, new rules. The driver will be Sylvain Filion. No other changes here in qualifier number 4. As the gate moves into position, here's the field for our 4th qualifier. Number 1 is Devil's Arch, an Archangel colt trained by Darryl Roberts. Trevor Henry drives. $22,000 yearling buy out of the Ontario Select Sale. 2 is New Rules, looks like a Chippendale colt. Marcel Barrio trains. Make the driver Sylvain Filion. New Rules was a $75,000 London Select purchase. 3 is Fox Valley, Ontario, a Muscle Mass colt trained by Randy Fulmer. Travis Cullen drives. $14,000 Land of Lincoln yearling sale purchase. 4 is Geronimo, a Royalty for Life colt, trained by Gabby Sasso. The driver's Jody Jameson, $27,000 London Select buy. 5, Wallinac is a Wheelin' and Dealin' colt, trained by Jean Tourney. The driver is Louis Waugh. 6 is Money Launderer, International Money colt, trained by Chad Hill. Scott Young is between the wheels, $8,000 Lexington Select purchase. 7 is Deladmar. This is a Muscle Hill colt, trained by Mike Keeling. Doug McNair driving, $60,000 Harrisburg yearling purchase. And number 8 is Roman Gallery, a Muscle Mass colt, trained by Desiree Jones. Gino Toscani will do the driving, a $41,000 Lexington Select graduate. So Sylvain Filion drives number 2, New Rules. Lone change here in qualifier number 4 as we've got a field of 8 Colton Gelding trotters on the wings right now, making their way around the final turn. Starting gate to the top of the stretch. Trotters are picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and trotting. A break at the beginning for number 1, Devil's Arch. Coming away the quickest from the outside is Roman Gallery, who quickly crosses over to the pylons. That was in about a 16th of a mile right to the cones. Meanwhile, New Rules isn't going to sit behind that rival and will push ahead for Filion. Getting away in 3rd was Wallinac. Then it goes to Deladmar, who got away in 4th. Back 5th is Geronimo. 6th into the first turn is Money Launderer, followed in 7th by Fox Valley, Ontario, and looking to catch up is Devil's Arch. We had another breaker off stride. That was Geronimo. Looked like he interfered with number 6, Money Launderer, as the opening quarter was 31-1. So that first turn break took several of them out of it, as we've got 4 of them going up the backside. It is New Rules leading it by a length and a half from Roman Gallery in 2nd. 3rd then is Wallinac, followed in 4th by Deladmar. Then it is well back to Fox Valley, Ontario, who is in 5th. And then back to those that were interfered with in the first turn. Devil's Arch, Money Launderer, and that breaker who was Geronimo. The half was 1 minute and 4/5 as they go into the final turn. The leader continues to be New Rules, leads it by nearly 2 lengths. In 2nd is Roman Gallery, 4 lengths going back then to Wallinac in 3rd. 4th is Deladmar as they come towards 3/4 here, and it will be New Rules past that marker in 1:30-1. Solid speed in the 3rd quarter of 29-2. New Rules is looking to go the distance here now. Racing 2nd. That has been Roman Gallery. In between horses, Wallinac. And unleashed now is Deladmar, as that one's rallying up into 2nd. But New Rules has the jump. And with a 16th to go, it looks like New Rules is going to take it. Deladmar will settle in 2nd, and it'll be tight for 3rd, going to Wallinac over Roman Gallery in 2 minutes and a 5th. Next up is our 5th qualifier. Field of 9, 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings. One change. That's a driver change on the 9, Marshall Zhukov. It'll be Anthony McDonald. Here is the field. Number 1, Talk Racy to Me. Better's Delight colt, trained by Ben Bayarjan with Sylvain Filion. 2 is Art's Legacy, an Art Speak colt, trained by Kyle Boston's Colin Kelly drives. $14,000 Ontario Select purchase. Number 3, Art's Alive. Art Speak Gelding, trained by Dwayne Marfisi, Doug McNair drives. $37,000 Lexington purchase. 4, We Shall See, is a Down by the Seaside colt, trained by Dr. Ian Moore. Tyler Moore drives. $50,000 Harrisburg purchase. 5 is PL Quicksand, a Better Delight colt trained by Matt Dupuis. Trevor Henry will steer. 6 is Fixin' and Mixin', Better Than Cheddar colt trained by John Pentland. Bob McClure drives. $30,000 Harrisburg purchase. 7 is Win Me Back, Shadow Play Gelding, trained by Nick Gallucci. James McDonald driving. $67,000 Harrisburg buy. Number 8 is Yep, Down by the Seaside colt, trained by Aaron Byron. He'll also drive. $49,000 Ohio Select Yearling Sale purchase. And number 9 is Marshall Zhukov, a Shadow Play colt, trained by Mario Bayarjan. Make the driver, Anthony McDonald. That's your field of 9 for qualifier number 5. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Field of 9, 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings for our 5th qualifier. They're off and pacing, a relatively even beginning here. We're going to see We Shall See come away from the center. Quickest of them all, though, will be Yep. So those two will have to decide who will get early command. Looks like Yep will yield for the 2-hole, as it'll be We Shall See up front. Getting away third was Fixin' and Mixin'. Then fourth, that is Win Me Back. Caught on the outside is Marshall Zhukov. Down to the inside, that is Art's Alive. Then we go back, as they go into that first turn, to Talk Racy to Me, who is followed by Art's Legacy, and our early trailer, that was PL Quicksand, a breaker in that first turn. That was number 3, Art's Alive, who jumped it off. They move into the backstretch off a 30-1 opening quarter, and our leader is We Shall See. 2-length advantage. That gap, though, closing immediately now as Yep will get on the leader's back. Some steering difficulties for Fixin' and Mixin', who's been taken to the center of the track by McClure out from third. So moving up a spot goes Win Me Back, as that one will be followed by Marshall Zhukov. Then we go back to Talk Racy to Me. A couple of lengths to PL Quicksand up on the outside as they race past the half. The half was hit in a minute flat. On to the final turn they go. Up front continues to be We Shall See. Yep in second. 4 lengths going back to Win Me Back. Marshall Zhukov now advancing and gaining a spot. That is PL Quicksand up into 5th. 6 is Talk Racy to Me, followed 7th by Art's Legacy. Then we go to Art's Alive, and the trailer is Fixin' and Mixin'. 3/4 is hit in 128 and 3. It's been We Shall See carrying the lead now into the stretch. Yep. Stays behind for a brief moment. Now comes to the outside and will look to shoot on by. We Shall See. Yep on the outside. Win Me Back in 3rd, and Marshall Zhukov is 4th, final 1/8 of the mile. We Shall See at the inside. Yep is trying to get on by. We Shall See inside. Yep outside. We Shall See is going to hold on. Yep couldn't get by. Will finish in 2nd, beat a neck. Then finishing 3rd, coming in there late, was Win Me Back, and Marshall Zhukov was 4th, 157. Qualifier 6 is up next. We're on the trot here. Note that number 1, Landing Pad, is going to add trotting hobbles. Number 4, looks like Game On is scratched, and number 8, Prince Archie, is also scratched. Leaves us with a field of 6 here for qualifier number 6. Number 1, Landing Pad, is a tactical landing colt trained by Dominic Ledoux. Anthony McDonald will drive. $42,000 Harrisburg buy. Note that Landing Pad will have trotting hobbles. 2, Glenfiddich is a wheeling and dealing gelding trained by Bob McIntosh. Trevor Henry driving. $46,000 London Select graduate. 3 is Ghostly Casper, Resolve colt trained by Ben Bayarjan. Sylvain Filion drives. 4 is Scratch. 5 is Dark Hammock Road, Muscle Mass colt trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives. 6 is Leading Resolve, a Resolve colt trained by John Bax. Matt Bax drives. 7, Warrawee Yang, a Trixton colt trained by Mark Etzel. Bob McClure steers. $28,000 Lexington Select purchase. And number 8, Prince Archie, is scratched. So take out 4 and 8. Leaves us with a field of 6 here for the 6th. Starting gate to the top of the stretch. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters are picking up speed for our 6th qualifier. They're off and trotting. A break at the beginning for number 2, Glenfiddich. Also off stride goes number 3, Ghostly Casper. Coming out to the early lead is Leading Resolve, and then it will be Dark Hammock Road to get away second. Landing Pad lands third from the rail, and getting away fourth will be Warrawee Yang, resetting both Glenfiddich and Ghostly Casper, and they'll have some time to try and make up some ground and get to the top 4 as they go into the first turn. It will be Leading Resolve, who leads them to the opening quarter. Trotting along second is Dark Hammock Road, a few lengths going back to Warrawee Yang. Then we go to Landing Pad. 4 more lengths back to Glenfiddich, and Ghostly Casper made another break. 30 and 3 was the opening split. It is Leading Resolve who leads the way. A couple of lengths out in front of Dark Hammock Road. Off stride in third went Landing Pad. That one has made a break. So now moving up a position will be Warrawee Yang. So too does Glenfiddich, and Ghostly Casper is well behind. They come towards the half, and it's a 2-horse affair up front, with Leading Resolve and Dark Hammock Road past the half in a minute and a fifth. So a minute and a fifth as they go into the final turn. Leading Resolve. Second qualifier for this Resolve colt. Keeping it together here this morning. Leads it by nearly 2. Right behind is Dark Hammock Road. Also the second outing here for this Muscle Mass colt. 5 lengths then going back to Warrawee Yang in third. Trotting in fourth. That is Glenfiddich, ahead of Landing Pad and Ghostly Casper the trailer. 130 and 3 for 3/4 off the turn and into the stretch. Leading Resolve's got some company coming to the outside from second, and looking to come on by is Dark Hammock Road, while Warrawee Yang is also into the mix. Final 1/8 of the mile, Dark Hammock Road strikes the front. It's Dark Hammock Road on the outside, Warrawee Yang into second. Leading Resolve now third. Into deep stretch, it'll be Dark Hammock Road. Got to tag along and shoots by to win. Finishing second, Warrawee Yang. Third went to Leading Resolve. Then it was Landing Pad over Glenfiddich and Ghostly Casper, 2 minutes flat. With 6 qualifiers down on this Saturday morning, we are now on our break of about 20 minutes before the action will resume with qualifiers 7 through 13. Getting set to resume with today's qualifying action from here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Qualifier number 7 is up next. Trotters taking their positions. Number 1, Snapchat Sam, Archangel Colt, trained by Scott McEnany with Chris Christoforou. 2 is Southwind Coors, Walner Colt, trained by John Bax. Matt Bax will drive. $65,000 yearling purchase was this Walner Colt out of the Lexington Select sale. 3 is Crystal Baller, Muscle Mass Colt, trained by Keelan Green. Eddie Green drives. $50,000 Lexington Select buy. 4 is Busting with Pride, Resolve Gelding, trained by Bob McIntosh. Trevor Henry will steer. 5 is Ociela, a Muscle Mass Colt, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives. $70,000 Lexington Select purchase. 6 is Cruising Tom, a Muscle Mass Gelding, trained by Mark Etzel. Bob McClure drives. And 7 is Spitfire Overseas. Anthony McDonald trains and drives this International Money Colt, who was a $25,000 Harrisburg buy. Starting gate approaching the top of the stretch. A field of 7 for qualifier number 7. Trotters now picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and trotting. Outside speed being flashed by Cruising Tom along with Spitfire Overseas from the center. Osceola will cross over and gets away in a good forward position. Here between horses, that is Busting with Pride, who splits through for 4th, just in front of Southwind Coors at the rail Snapchat Sam, and then it is Crystal Baller. They go into the first turn, and it is Cruising Tom the leader, racing in 2nd. That is Osceola, but on the outside, moving up towards the top, will be Busting with Pride. The opening panel was 30-3, and Busting with Pride will get to command. Moving into the backstretch, and out in front, it's Busting with Pride. Racing in 2nd is Cruising Tom. Not going to sit 3rd is Osceola, and that one is on the attack now for McNair. Back and forth is Spitfire Overseas. 5th is Southwind Coors. 6th up the backside, Snapchat Sam, being tracked by Crystal Baller. New leader as it has rotated a few times here in the opening half mile. Osceola is now out in front, and Osceola will take them past the half in 59-3. Good opening quarter speed here as they race into the far turn. Osceola, the Muscle Mass Colt, second outing for him. He's up in front by a length and a half. So riding in 2nd is Busting with Pride. That one able to track around the final turn. Staying in for the time being is Cruising Tom 3rd. Spitfire Overseas is right behind that rival. On his back, though, is Southwind Coors. And then a breaker at the back went Crystal Baller as racing 6th is Snapchat Sam. And now scooting away is Osceola, who gets some separation at 3/4 in 128-4. So off the turn and into the stretch. Osceola's got 3 lengths on them. Spitfire Overseas appears that one's hobbles might have broke, is off stride. As they come into the stretch, Osceola is out in front by 5, making almost 6 lengths as we come into the final 1/8 of the mile. Osceola looking good here this morning, is going to turn in a big-time effort. Southwind Coors is charging on the outside to get up into 2nd. Then Cruising Tom, Busting with Pride, coming to the line. Osceola in 157 flat. Osceola takes it. Qualifier number 8 coming up here now. Starting gate is rolling. Scratch down to a field of 7. Take out number 1, Captain's Pick. So inside out 2 is Best Shadow, a Shadow Play Colt trained by Dr. Ian Moore. Tyler Moore drives, $45,000 Ontario Select purchase. 3 is Wise Thinking, gelded son of Thinking Out Loud, trained by Bob McIntosh. Trevor Henry drives. 4 is Sounds Good, a gelded son of Better's Delight. Greg McNair the trainer, Doug McNair is the driver. $62,000 Harrisburg buy. 5 is Ace of Aces, Better's Delight Colt, trained by Sean Stacy. James McDonald is between the wheels. $45,000 Lexington Select purchase. 6 is Back 9 Charge. He's Watching gelding, trained by Rod Boyd. Sylvan Filion drives. 7 is The Dickens, a Custard the Dragon Colt, trained by Melissa Lamoureux. Phil Houdon drives. And 8 is Ozzy the Second, gelded son of Big Jim, trained by Ted McDonnell. The driver is Jody Jameson. Here they come for qualifier number 8. They're off and pacing. The Dickens is charging out of there. That one being pushed off the wings of the gate. Good beginning there with early speed. Also, Ozzy the Second. And then we'll go to Sounds Good just to that one's inside to get away third. Tight hold here for Back 9 Charges. Filion might try to wrestle that one into a 4-hole in front of Best Shadow. Then we go to Wise Thinking, and the early trailer is Sounds Good. Ace of Aces, I should say, is the early trailer. Coming to the opening quarter, and it's up in 29 seconds even, as it's the Dickens out in front for Phil Houdon. Leads it by 4 lengths as they straighten out into the backstretch. Ozzy the Second is in second, then racing in third. That is Sounds Good. Tracked in fourth by Back 9 Charge. 2 lengths back to Best Shadow fifth. 6th up the backside is Wise Thinking, and the trailer is Ace of Aces. But it is still a one-man show at the moment, that being the Dickens, out in front by 7 or 8 lengths coming to the half. The opening quarter was 29 seconds flat, and the half is going to pop up on the board in 58 seconds flat. So back-to-back 29-second splits. Into the final turn they go, and we get some action now as Back 9 Charge has moved up into second for Filion. That puts Ozzy the Second inside third. Also on the outside, Best Shadows into fourth. Down to the cones fifth. This Sounds Good, and our final 2 remain Wise Thinking and Ace of Aces. So our loose leader has been the Dickens. That one maybe starting to hear a little bit of footsteps now. Getting a few lengths closer is Back 9 Charge, who's only 2 lengths off the leader at 3/4 in 1:26.4. So they went 28.4 in the third quarter, off the turn and into the stretch. It is still the Dickens out in front. Back 9 Charge trying to live up to the name as that one's still just 2 lengths away, maybe looking to the rail. Charging from the back now comes Sounds Good up into third. Best Shadow is fourth. Far outside is Wise Thinking. It is still the Dickens. Here comes Sounds Good. That one is unleashed and rallying and coming on by. Sounds Good will get up to take it. The Dickens finishes second. Third went to Back 9 Charge. Fourth then was Best Shadow, 155.4. Up next is our 9th qualifier. Pacers here. A field of 8, there are no changes. Gate moving into position. Time to meet the field. 1 is Warwiyanis, a better than cheddar colt trained by Raymond Stewart. Austin Sorey drives, $12,000 Ontario Select purchase. 2 is Willen Warrior, Art Speak colt trained by Scott McEnany. Tyler Moore will drive, $22,000 Ontario Select purchase. 3 is Dressel Hanover, Better's Delight colt trained by Kyle Bossens. Jody Jameson is at the controls, $77,000 Harrisburg buy. 4 is Briggs, a sports writer gelding, trained by Kathy Chikeen. Trevor Henry will steer, $30,000 Harrisburg purchase. 5 is Stockade Sealster, a state treasurer colt. Dr. Ian Moore trains. The driver is James McDonald. This was a $45,000 London Select yearling sale purchase. 6 is the Moment Arose, Control the Moment colt, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair is between the wheels. 7 is Better Be Bold, better than Cheddar colt, trained by Sean Stacy. Louis Waugh will drive, a $40,000 Lexington Select graduate. And 8 is Murray's Watching. He's watching colt, trained by Rob Fellows. The driver is Sylvain Filion. So the starting gate making its way around the far turn. It's a field of 8 for qualifier number 9. 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings are assembled. Inside out, Warwiyanis, Willen Warrior, Dressel Hanover, Briggs, Stockade Sealster, The Moment Arose, Better Be Bold, and Murray's Watching. Off stride is number 2, Willen Warrior. That one resets with a little bit of work to do. Rest of them on gate, and here they come. They're off and pacing, and from the center, Stockade Sealster is going to get the first call. Next door neighbors, Briggs, and The Moment Arose came away well. Over to the pylons goes Dressel Hanover from post 3. Slotting away 5th in the early going is Better Be Bold. From the rail, Warwiyanis got away 6th. 7th is Murray's Watching, and as mentioned, Willen Warrior had some trouble at the beginning, but gets away 8th and is probably about a dozen lengths from the front. Around the first turn they go, and Stockade Sealster is on the lead, leads it by 2 lengths through an opening panel of 29 and 4. So Stockade Sealster will move him into the backstretch. A lead of 2, as mentioned, over The Moment Arose in second. We go 3 lengths back to Briggs in third. 4th, up the backstretch, Dressel Hanover. Few more lengths going back to Better Be Bold in 5th. Then it's a break of 4 or 5 back to Warwiyanis 6th. 7th up the backside. As they near the half is Murray's Watching, and Willen Warrior is the trailer 8th. So gapped out from front to back a little bit is this group, because up front, this is Stockade Sealster, who rolls along past the half in 58 and 3. So after a 29 and 4 opening quarter, the second split was paced in 28 and 4, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any slower here as they go into the final turn, and Stockade Sealster continues just to roll along. The Moment Arose is in second, and then it's about 10 lengths going back to Briggs in third, 3 lengths back to Dressel Hanover 4th. That one followed 5th as they come off the turn. Better Be Bold. On that one's back, Warwiyanis. The final 2, Murray's Watching and Willen Warrior. 3/4 was 127 flat. Off the turn and into the stretch. Stockade Sealster's been doing the heavy lifting, and now The Moment Arose will look to pounce. So it'll be Stockade Sealster and The Moment Arose, and these two will duel in the final 1/8 of the mile. Stockade Sealster still out in front. The Moment Arose got to the wheel, didn't get any closer. Stockade Sealster is going to power to victory. The Moment Arose finishes second. Third goes to Better Be Bold, and 4th was Briggs. 154 and 1 for Stockade Sealster. Getting set for our 10th qualifier. Pacers are on the track. Scheduled to be a field of 9. I count 8 of them out there, so it looks like we might be waiting for just one more, but we can pass along some driver changes. Number 1, Hugh Heff, will be driven by Jody Jamieson. Number 5, Better Times Ahead. The driver will be Austin Sorey. And number 7, KT's Affliction, will be driven by Louis Waugh. And one more driver change, number 3, PL Quesadilla, make the driver Phil Houdon. So all 9 are now on the track, and let's meet the field. Number 1 is Hugh Heff, a better than Cheddar colt trained by Kyle Bossons, make the driver Jody Jamieson. Number 2, Rye, is an Artspeak colt trained by Chris Matthews. The driver is Doug McNair. This was a $40,000 yearling purchase out of the Harrisburg sale. 3, PL Quesadilla, shadow play colt trained by Katie Huskinson. The driver will be Phil Houdon. Number 4 is Fablo, gelded son of He's Watching, trained by Gerard Demers. The driver is Trevor Henry. 5, Better Times Ahead, a better than Cheddar colt trained by Ted McDonnell, make the driver Austin Sorey. 6 is Boomtown Boy, a better than Cheddar colt trained by Wayne McGeen. The driver is James McDonald. This was an $11,000 purchase out of the Ontario Select sale. 7 is KT's Affliction, a shadow play colt trained by Rob Fellows, make the driver Louis Waugh. Number 8 is Brew Hanover, a Stay Hungry colt trained by Scott McEnany. Tyler Moore will drive, a $42,000 Lexington Select purchase. And completing the field is number 9, Tignanello. This is an all bets off colt trained by Ben Bayerjon. The driver, Sylvain Filion. Here they come for the 10th qualifier. Off stride is number 3, PL Quesadilla. And they're off and pacing. It'll be Fablo who comes away quickly, but going to be a few others that are going to be forwardly placed. Far outside, Tignanello comes away well from that outside starting spot. At the rail, it is Hugh Heff, splitting horses, Better Times Ahead. So Fablo got the first call, but gets away in 4th. 5th into the first turn is Rye. Settling in 6th, that is Brew Hanover. And that one got settled in front of Boomtown Boy, 7th. 8th into the first turn is KT's Affliction, and the trailer 9th is PL Quesadilla. Opening split was 30 and 3. So the outside starter, Tignanello, is on the front and really changing things up after last week. Raced from the back. Tignanello leads it by a little more than a length and a half. From Better Times Ahead in 2nd. 3rd is Hugh Heff, 2 lengths, but closing that gap in 4th is Fablo. Then we go back to Rye in 5th. Coming to the outside is Brew Hanover. Staying to the inside is Boomtown Boy. Then 8th is PL Quesadilla, and 9th, that is KT's Affliction. The half was hit in just 1:01 and 1. Not a whole lot of speed in the opening half mile, but in full control is Tignanello, and Tignanello now is going to stretch out the lead to 2.5 lengths. 2nd is Better Times Ahead. 3rd is Hugh Heff. 2 more lengths back to Fablo in 4th. On the outside, trying to advance is Brew Hanover into 5th. Down to the cones to Rye. Right behind that one and slipping to the outside, that is Boomtown Boy. The trailers are KT's Affliction and PL Quesadilla. 3/4 is hit in 1:30 and 3 off the turn and into the stretch. Tignanello trying to go all the way, confronted now by Hugh Heff on the outside for Jamieson. So Tignanello and Hugh Heff, they'll hook up with 1/8 of a mile to go. Better Times Ahead is back in 3rd. In the center is Fablo. Rallying now is Brew Hanover. Far outside for Boomtown Boy. 16th to go. Still Tignanello with the lead. Turns aside the challenger. Tignanello goes the distance. Finishing in 2nd was Hugh Heff. 3rd went to Brew Hanover. 4th was Boomtown Boy. And 5th was Fablo. 1:58 and 1. Up next is our 11th qualifier. We're on the trot here. Scott Young is going to drive number 8, I'm Above Average. And number 6, Monsieur Chow, will add hobbles. So too will number 7, Passerino. 6 and 7 both to wear hobbles. Scott Young drives the 8, I'm Above Average. Here's the field for qualifier number 11. Number 1 is Twinbee Showmance, a tactical landing gelding trained by Bob McIntosh. Trevor Henry will drive. This was an $85,000 Harrisburg graduate. 2 is Known Agenda, Resolve Colt, trained by Ben Bayarja. Sylvain Fillion's in the bike, a $225,000 purchase from Harrisburg. Number 3, Take On Me, a gelded son of Muscle Mass. Meg Crone trains. Louis Waugh will drive. $7,000 yearling buy out of the Land of Lincoln sale in Illinois. Number 4, Just Like Shorty, bar hopping colt. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair driving. $18,000 Harrisburg purchase. Next in line is number 5, Enjoy Trotting, a muscle mass colt. Mike Guitard trains. Chris Christopher drives. $45,000 Harrisburg buy. 6 is Monsieur Chow, a prestidigitator colt trained and driven by Dustin Jones. 7 is Passerino, a looks like a Chippendale colt trained by Ted McDonnell. Jody Jameson will drive. And completing the field is number 8, I'm Above Average, a muscle mass colt trained by Aaron Byron. Make the driver Scott Young. I'm Above Average was a $70,000 purchase out of Harrisburg. Starting gate making its way around the far turn. We've got a field of 8 here. Colton Gelding Trotters for our 11th baby race on this Saturday from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Gate nearing the top of the stretch. Off stride number 4, Just Like Shorty. They're off and trotting from the center. Enjoy Trotting will follow the car out of there. Quick speed, though, from the rail by Twinbee Showmance. Getting away third is Monsieur Chow, then Passerino, and I'm Above Average. Just taking it easy in the early going. They'll be looking for their spots in line. We go to Take On Me, who got away in 6. Back to Known Agenda, who was off the gate a little bit at the start. And our trailer, that is Just Like Shorty, who will look to reset after the break. Around the first turn, and Twinbee Showmance started from the rail, is first to the quarter in 30-1. So as they move into the backstretch, it's Twinbee Showmance up front. Tracked in second by Enjoy Trotting. 3 lengths from the front third is Monsieur Chow. A couple of lengths then going back to Passerino in fourth. Now getting over to the pylons, I'm Above Average takes a seat in fifth in front of Take On Me 6. 3 or 4 lengths going back to Known Agenda 7th. And the trailer is Just Like Shorty. They're coming up to the half and looking like maybe Enjoy Trotting was going to be angling out of the deuce there, but we'll settle back on the back of the leader, Twinbee Showmance, who has passed the half in 101-3. So they had it back down in the second quarter, 31-2. Around the final turn they go. And picking it up now is Twinbee Showmance, the gelded son of Tactical Landing. Good-looking strides with 5/8 of the mile complete. Stalked in second by Enjoy Trotting. 2.5 lengths going back to Monsieur Chow in third. Fourth remains Passerino, tracked fifth by I'm Above Average. On that one's back is Take On Me. Known Agenda is 7th, and Just Like Shorty is the trailer, and that one is pulled up. 3/4 hit in 130-4, so they did step it up there, 29-1. Third quarter speed into the stretch. It's still Twinbee Showmance. We'll see if Enjoy Trotting takes a shot, but it's still a couple of lengths away as Twinbee Showmance has got a bit more. Enjoy Trotting in second. Monsieur Chow is third. That one rolls off stride. Also off stride went I'm Above Average. Passerino moves up into third, but Twinbee Showmance goes all the way and takes the 11th. Finishing second was Enjoy Trotting. Passerino was third. Getting through for fourth between the breakers was Take On Me, 159-2. Time now for the 12th qualifier. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. Number 5, Red Coin, make the driver Scott Young. It's a field of 9. Here's the field. 1 is Delightful Leader. Melissa Lamoureux trains his Better's Delight Colt. The driver is Phil Houdon. $30,000 Lexington Select purchase. 2 is What You Looking At. He's Watching Colt, trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives. 3 is All Attitude, a Better's Delight Colt, trained by Bob McIntosh. The driver is Trevor Henry. 4 is The Golden Jet, a Shadow Play Colt, trained by Meg Crone, the driver Jody Jameson. 5 is Red Coin, a Better's Delight Colt, trained by Jeff Gillis. Make the driver Scott Young. Red Coin was a $45,000 Harrisburg buy. 6 is Time Stands Still. He's Watching Colt, trained by Scott McEnany with James McDonald in the bike. 7 is Arthur's Shadow, an Arthur Blue Chip Colt, trained by Dr. Ian Moore. Tyler Moore will drive. $19,000 Atlantic Classic sale purchase. 8 is Everyone's Hero, another Better's Delight Colt. Rob Fellows trains. Sylvan Filion drives. A $30,000 Harrisburg purchase. And completing the field is number 9, 4-Foot Gimme, Sunshine Beach Colt, trained by Sean Stacy. Louis Waugh is in the sulky. A $35,000 purchase from the London Selected Yearling Sale. That's your field of 9 for qualifier number 12. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Rookie Pacers picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and pacing, looking to the outside. Arthur Shadow and Everyone's Hero came off the wings nicely from the rail. It's Delightful Leader, who's forwardly placed. Shooting from the center is the Golden Jet. There's What You Looking At, who got away in 5th. That one will have All Attitude settle in behind. Then it's Red Coin just to that leader's wheel, going back to Time Stand Still. And 4-Foot Gimme can see them all around the first turn. And Arthur's Shadow goes out to the lead. And that one is ahead by a couple of lengths at the opening panel in 29 and 4. So moving up into the backstretch, Arthur's Shadow the leader. Delightful Leader is in 2nd. Then racing in 3rd is the Golden Jet. 2 lengths going back to What You Looking At, who is in 4th. And getting underway now for McNair. So the debuting He's Watching Colt is rushing here in the 2nd quarter, attacking for the lead. Racing in 5th is Everyone's Hero, followed 6th by All Attitude. 7th up the backside is Red Coin, tracked by Time Stand Still in 8th. And the trailer 9th is 4-Foot Gimme. Lead change here as What You Looking At has everybody watching him as he takes the lead at the half in 59 and 4. Was trying to clear, hasn't got over to the pylons just yet. Will look to do so just now and is there out in front and gets a little bit of separation on the early leader, Arthur Shadow. Delightful Leader came to the outside for Houdon and is advanced up into 2nd. Remaining 4th is the Golden Jet. 5th around the turn, Everyone's Hero, followed by All Attitude. Outside, Red Coin is underway. Time Stand Still is 8th, and the trailer 9th is 4-Foot Gimme. At 3 quarters, it's What You Looking At. Past that station in 129 even. 29 and 1/3 quarter. Off the turn and into the stretch. Drifting out a couple of lanes is What You Looking At. Still with the advantage, trying to seal the deal. Delightful Leader's widest of them all. Towards the inside was Arthur's Shadow, looking to scoot up the pylons. Everyone's Hero. Also in the mix is the Golden Jet, and that one is pacing strong down the lane. But it's What You Looking At. Another winner for Team McNair. What You Looking At takes it by a couple of lengths. The Golden Jet was 2nd. Delightful Leader was 3rd. Arthur's Shadow 4th. Over Everyone's Hero 5th in 156 and 4. One qualifier to go on this Saturday from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Qualifier number 13, lucky number 13 to wrap up this day. Hobbles added to number 1, Tommy Boy Hanover. That's the lone equipment. Nope. But we do have one scratch. Take out number 6, Mighty Tricks. Mighty Tricks is out, so it'll bring us down to a field of 7 to wrap things up. Don't forget, qualifying action continues Tuesday morning. It'll be the 3-year-olds up in action, 10 a.m. first race post time. Entry box closes Monday morning at 10:30. And then we'll have another round of baby races next weekend, Friday and Saturday. Entry box closes on Wednesday morning at 10:30. Busy time of the year continues. Starting 8 moving into position for our 13th and final. Once again, scratch the 6, Mighty Tricks. Add hobbles to the 1, Tommy Boy Hanover. We'll start with Tommy Boy Hanover, who is an international money colt trained by Clint Guitard. It'll be Chris Christopher driving, a $13,000 Harrisburg buy. 2 is Floyd the Freak, an Archangel colt trained by Ashley Hensley. Ed Hensley drives. 3 is Old Fashioned, a muscle up the goal colt trained by Dustin Jones. He'll also do the driving. 4 is Stonebridge Bomber. This is a muscle mass colt trained by Greg McNair. Doug McNair drives, $55,000 yearling purchase out of the London Select sale. 5, Lava Field. Muscle mass colt trained by Keelan Green. Eddie Green steers, $75,000 Lexington Select purchase. 6 is Scratch. 7 is Certified Agent. Cadabra colt trained by John Bax. Matt Bax is in the sulky, a $50,000 Lexington Select buy. And 8 is HP Royal Flush, a royalty for life colt trained by Ben Bayerjean. The driver is Sylvain Filion, and that is our field of 7. For our 13th and final qualifier, don't forget live racing continues here tonight. 7 p.m. first race post time for a 10-race card. Make sure you join us as we wrap up today's baby race session with the 13th and final in just a moment. Gate picking up speed for the 13th and final. Here they come. They're off and trotting. And who's going to get the first call? From the center, it'll be Stonebridge Bomber, who steps ahead there for McNair. Also from the middle is Lava Field. And coming off the wings nicely, Certified Agent will be forwardly placed. Should get into the upper half. Just to that one's inside is Floyd the Freak, who gets away 4th. From the rail, Tommy Boy Hanover is 5th. 6th into the first turn is Old Fashioned. And the early trailer, HP Royal Flush, started on the outside. And we'll just take to the pylons there and can see them all as they go around the first turn. Stonebridge Bomber is up in front here. Opening panel 31 and 3. Into the backstretch they'll move, and it's Stonebridge Bomber, a muscle mass colt. Second qualifier for him. He is leading them with 3/8 of the mile now complete. Tracked in second by Lava Field. 2 lengths going back then to Certified Agent, who is 3rd. Another 2 lengths to Floyd the Freak in 4th. That same gap back to Tommy Boy Hanover. 3 lengths then to Old Fashioned 6th. And 7th is HP Royal Flush. No change in order here in the second quarter. And Stonebridge Bomber continues to show the way. 31 and 3 was the opening quarter. The half is hit in 102 and 3. So a little bit quicker. 31 seconds even in that second split. And the back half commences here with Stonebridge Bomber out in front by a length and a half. Second remains Lava Field. 3 lengths going back to Certified Agent. Floyd the Freak came to the outside and will gain a spot. Then we've got about 5 lengths going back to Tommy Boy Hanover, who is in 5th, followed in 6th by Old Fashioned, and the trailer 7th is HP Royal Flush. Stonebridge Bomber looking to scoot away. It's a 2-length advantage at 3/4 and 131 and 4 off the turn and into the stretch. So after a 29 and 1/3 quarter, we will see if Stonebridge Bomber can seal the deal. Back in second is Lava Field. Into 3rd is Floyd the Freak. Certified Agent is 4th. Less than an 1/8 of a mile to go. And it's been a big day for Team McNair. They're going to add another one. It will be Stonebridge Bomber to take the 13th and final qualifier. Going to win it by about 4 lengths. Finishing second was Lava Field. 3rd goes to Floyd the Freak. Then it was Tommy Boy Hanover, Old Fashioned, Certified Agent, and HP Royal Flush. 2 minutes and 2/5.